today I wanted to talk about like this weird sliding scale that I have for practicality and things. So I saw some questions come through, and really this all boils down to the practicality of cowboy boots and Spurs, and I want to talk about both today, so let's get into it. The only reason why I kept wearing cowboy boots, well, maybe not the only reason, I really like the practicality of them. Now, I know you might be saying, but Jeremiah, aren't cowboy boots just high heels for guys? Maybe, I don't know. I don't really look at it like that. I see them as the only kind of footwear that would actually hold up to the way that I treat things. I tried sneakers, different hiking boots, different kinds of work boots. They just couldn't handle the way that I treat things. I treat things horribly. I mean, my parents are on the stream right now. My mom is here. She knows that I just beat the shit out of things. They had to buy me like new sneakers every year or every like 7 months or whatever. I would break phones. I would break everything. I would break these things, and then I would just get sick of getting new things. Like, I don't know if you ever feel this, but do you ever go through so much stuff you're just like, screw it, I'm just gonna fix this. So what I would do is I would take duct tape to my broken sneakers that would only last like 5 months, and it was like camo duct tape too. So I would just duct tape my sneakers in this camo duct tape and then just go to school, and I would just go places like I didn't care. I still really don't care, but the cowboy boot looks great, and you don't need to fix it. You don't need to duct tape it a lot of times. So when I finally tried the cowboy boot, I wore it for a year, and maybe I needed to get a resole or get a little some attention to it, but I could wear it again. Like, I didn't need to go out and find another pair of shoes or another pair of sneakers or another pair of whatever. It was already taken care of, and I don't like worrying about these random little things. I have things in my head that I need to do. I need something on my feet that I can just count on, and cowboy boots were the only thing that I could count on. 14 years, and still going, okay? So obviously my theory is proving true. The practicality of cowboy boots is the most important thing to me. Now, I know that there are some people that like to come through on my YouTube, and I see the comments every once in a while, and I always like to joke around with them because it's like some really grumpy cowboy, maybe an old ranch hand or something, and they're like, wait, so you dress up like a cowboy, but you're not a cowboy? I'm like, I'm not dressing up like a cowboy, friend. I'm dressing up like me, and I need cowboy boots because they're the only footwear that can handle what I do with life. But there is a sliding scale where the cowboy boot isn't as practical for my life. Certain models, they work more towards actual cowboy work and what cowboys actually do. I'm wearing Hondo right now. I really like this boot a lot. All leather, traditionally made, Goodyear welted. Like, this is incredible. If we look at another Hondo though, we can look at this Hondo. This is a 1758 Hondo. If you guys remember my review on this 1758 16-inch tall Hondo boot, this is a really tall boot. You will know that I feel the same way about it as I do this Hondo, except it goes into territory where I just can't use all the features that it has. So when I would wear this boot, I like how Hondos feel, but this is a cowboy boot, like a real cowboy boot. So it's got the tall top, it's got the spur ridge here, it's got a bull hide counter. So when you look at this boot, it's just like, I don't need the spur ridge. I'm not wearing Spurs. I don't really need a bull hide counter because I'm not going to have Spurs sliding on and off back here. Like, my heel isn't going to be seeing that much wear, and I don't need a 16-inch tall boot because it's really warm and I'm not doing the kind of work that would require protection from brush and things like that. So when it comes down to it, there are boots like this. I guess you could put this in the category of a buckaroo. There are boots that just aren't practical for the kind of life that I lead. So the next thing that is not practical for my life is Spurs. So I had the question come through the other day. I saw it as I was scrolling back through after the stream. Are Spurs fashionable is the question. And I have to say that no, they are not fashionable. This is my opinion. So if you like to wear Spurs for fashion, go nuts. I'm not gonna judge you. But for me, in my life, Spurs are not a piece of fashion like a necklace or a watch or any other accessory. I see Spurs as being a practical tool for the reason why they were made, right? They were made for one reason, and if you're not a cowboy and you don't need Spurs, then I don't think that you should wear them. At least for me, that's how I see me. If you want to wear Spurs and you're not a cowboy, I don't care, go nuts. But I don't feel like I need to wear them because I have no reason for them. And it's like I'm just gonna be walking around places and leaving marks everywhere. Like, I don't need enemies like that. I mean, people like their wood floors. I don't need to be walking around with Spurs on people's wood floors. When it comes down to it, I don't feel like Spurs are practical in the just casual boot wearer's life. Like me, I appreciate the cowboy boot because it is a durable footwear that lasts years, guys, years. And if you treat footwear really hard like I do, then the cowboy boot is probably a good way to go for you. And it's definitely beneficial that it also looks really cool at the same time. Some boots are practical. Some boots are not for just people who might work in an office or make videos or play music. And Spurs are definitely not fashionable or practical for those types of people either. That's just my opinion, though. It's just my opinion. So I figured I wanted to talk about that tonight. What do you guys think about Spurs and casual wear of Spurs? And what do you guys think about the practicality of cowboy boots altogether? I'm going to come through here and read some of your comments. C. Burgess says she's worn cowboy boots and Western wear for years. I love it. You know, it's built so well. Texas Cowboy says, I love my boots and have some sharkskin boots. They last even longer than regular boots. I can't wait to get some sharkskin boots, Texas Cowboy. They are on my wish list right now. In fact, I got a really just amazing pair on my list. The Lucchese sharkskin with the 7-toe. Looks so good. That's what I want next. Forrest says, if you talk to any real cowboy that wears Spurs, and ask them, they will tell you that you must earn your Spurs. I, for one, don't need Spurs. I can't think of a reason in all the world. Yes, I need to stay true, and I don't do the things they're meant to do. No, I don't think Spurs are fashionable. You got me on record. You got me in song. Setting the record straight. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.